The Himalayas is the highest mountain range in the world, and has 9 out of 10 of the world's highest peaks, including Mount Everest. These mountains, referred to as the Third Pole, are the source of some of Asia's major rivers and also help to regulate our planet's climate. Himalaya, Great Mountain System of Asia, forming a barrier between the plateau of Tibet to the north and the alluvial plains of the Indian subcontinent to the south. The Himalayas include the highest mountains in the world, with more than 110 peaks rising to elevations of 24,000 feet, 7,300 meters, or more above sea level. Over the past 65 million years, powerful global plate tectonic forces have moved Earth's crust to form the band of Eurasian mountain ranges, including the Himalayas, that stretch from the Alps to the mountains of Southeast Asia. Among the most dramatic and visible creations of plate tectonic forces are the lofty Himalayas, which stretch 2,900 kilometers along the border between India and Tibet. This immense mountain range began to form between 40 and 50 million years ago, when two large landmasses, India and Eurasia, driven by plate movement, collided. Because both these continental landmasses have about the same rock density, one plate could not be subducted under the other. The pressure of the impinging plates could only be relieved by thrusting skyward, contorting the collision zone, and forming the jagged Himalayan peaks. The region is the birthplace of the Buddha, and is full of sacred natural sites such as secret valleys and high mountain lakes that predate ancient Hinduism. The Himalayas cover approximately 1,500 miles, 2,400 kilometers, and pass through the nations of India, Pakistan, Afghanistan, China, Bhutan and Nepal. The Himalayan range is made up of 3 parallel ranges often referred to as the Greater Himalayas, the Lesser Himalayas, and the Outer Himalayas. The Himalayas are the source for the Indus, the Yangtze and the Ganga-Brahmaputra. The main rivers sourced in Himalayas are the Ganges, Indus, Yarlung, Yangtze, Yellow, Mekong, and Nujang. The Himalayas are the 3rd largest deposit of ice and snow in the world, after Antarctica and the Arctic. There are approximately 15,000 glaciers located throughout the range. At 48 miles, 72 kilometers, in length, the Himalayan Siachen Glacier is the largest glacier outside the poles. Other notable glaciers located in the Himalayas include the Baltoro, Biafo, Nubra, and Hesper. The beauty of the Himalayas is in their unique rustic, calm, tranquility, and unperturbed natural aura. Facts about Himalayas. The Himalayas are the result of tectonic plate motions that collided India into Tibet. Because of the great amount of tectonic motion still occurring at the site, the Himalayas have a proportionally high number of earthquakes and tremors. The Himalayas are one of the youngest mountain ranges on the planet. The Himalayas cover approximately 75% of Nepal. It's no wonder then, that tests show this mountain range is geographically alive, growing 1/4 of an inch every year. Geography of Himalayas. Pakistan. Home to the easternmost extent of the Himalayas, Pakistan includes just a small section of this lofty range. In fact, while Pakistan is, indeed, a highly mountainous country, many of the country's highest peaks are actually part of the neighboring Karakoram, which is home to notable summits, like K2. India. Encompassing both the central part of the Himalayas and some of the easternmost part of the range, India is home to some of the most stunning parts of the world's highest mountain system. Nepal. One of the world's most mountainous countries, almost all of Nepal is dominated by the Himalaya and its foothills, with the exception of the low-lying Terai region to the south. Parts of all but 6 of the world's 14 8,000 meters peaks are located in Nepal or on its borders. Tibet, China. The Tibet Autonomous Region, TAR, in China contains much of the northernmost and easternmost parts of the Himalayas. While much of Tibet is dominated by the Tibetan Plateau, the southernmost part contains a number of Himalayan sub-ranges. Bhutan. The Kingdom of Bhutan is a small landlocked country that contains 29 named mountains, all of which are part of the Himalayas. Despite its small size, Bhutan does contain three ultra-prominent peaks, Gangkhar Puensum Jomolhari, and Tongshan as well as a small Himalayan sub-range known as the Black Mountains. As a result, Bhutan's highest peak, Gangkhar Puensum, is likely the highest unclimbed mountain in the world. This is difficult to validate due to the sheer number of unnamed peaks with less than 100 meters (330 feet) of prominence around the world. Main trekking areas. With thousands of peaks to check out, there's no shortage of adventure in the Himalayas. Mount Everest region. The region in and around Mount Everest within the Solakhambu district is one of the most popular trekking destinations in Nepal for international travelers. Annapurna region. Leading the Mount Everest region in terms of popularity among international travelers, the Annapurna region is a sure bet for enthusiastic trekkers. Some of the most popular treks in the Annapurna region include hikes to Annapurna Base Camp and the Annapurna Sanctuary, as well as the longer Annapurna Circuit trek. Alternatively, many visitors opt for a shorter trek to Poon Hill from Gorapani, which offers views of the Annapurna Massif, Dhaulagiri, and even Mount Everest on a particularly sunny day. Kangchenjunga and Sikkim. Located on the far eastern end of Nepal, straddling India's Sikkim region, the Kangchenjunga area is a solid trekking location if you're looking to escape the crowds. In addition to the Kangchenjunga Base Camp trek, other great hiking options in the area include the Gochala trek, the Varsi trek, the Jongri trek, and the Sandakphu.